Hello, I'm Hahirwabasenga. I'm working on a goal called Managing Healthcare Organization and a goal called Making New Managers. Within this presentation, I'll be talking about the meaning of management, then I will proceed with major functions of management and also management styles, then conclusion and references. Let's start by knowing what is management. Management refers to the process which consists of social and technical functions and activities which are being done within an organization for the aim of accomplishing their goals through people and other resources. Let's move on by knowing the major functions of management. We have planning. This is the function which requires the manager to set up directions and show what is needed to be accomplished. An example of planning, it's when a manager set the timetable, showing all the tasks that will be done within a period of time. The second one, it's organizing. This function refers to designing all the activities of the organization for which the manager is responsible. An example of organizing, it is when a manager determines the position, teamwork, assignments, and distribute the responsibility and authority to the workers. Let's proceed by the third, which is staffing. This is the function which refers to the developing and maintaining the workforce through different ways, such as training, job analysis, recruitment, and so on. An example of staffing, it's when the staff decides to hire an employee who matches with the required skills. Another example, it's providing trainings to the workers. The fourth one is reading. This function focuses on taking the initiative in the organization or company actions through good leadership and also effective communication with the workers. An example, it's when a manager identifies a task and point out who is responsible to do it. Another example of reading, it's preparing the task and then assigning those tasks to the workers, and then after assigning those tasks to the workers, then a manager has to track those tasks to see if the workers have done those tasks on time. At this case, the manager will be acting as a reader because he will be the one to give the directions to the workers. Then the fifth one, it's called controlling. This is the function which focuses on tracking and monitoring the staff, daily activities, and then assess their performance and be able to identify the next steps to be done so as to improve the performance. An example of controlling, it's when a manager has a tracking sheet where he can be able to know which task is accomplished and which is not accomplished, and then look for the next steps for those tasks which were not accomplished on time. Let's go on the management styles. We have three management styles, which are directing, discussing, and delegating. Then let's start by directing style. This is the style which promotes learning through listening and also from the directions. And this style, the manager is the one to tell the employees what to do, the way of doing it, and also the time that the action will take place. The strength of the rating style, it saves time because there is no negotiation between the manager and the employees, and also it can get work done. Another strength is that it also creates the clarity within the role expectations. Another strength of this rating style is that it is great during the crisis situation and also at inflation position because it takes a short period of time. Its weaknesses, because it's one-way communication, when the manager does the mistakes in developing the instructions, the employees also tend to be mistaken. Then another weakness of the rating style is that it is highly dependent upon the reader. This is because the rating style, uh, the rating style is more effective when the manager is or the reader is present, and if the reader is not present, the productivity will go low because of lacking the directions from the readers. Again, the rating style can also invoke a fear among staff instead of true respect. And this also can hinder the creation of future readers within the organization. This is because when you direct people what to do, they don't get the opportunity to show their leadership skills because they do what they are told to do. Then let's proceed on the scenario which shows the directing style. It's when in a company there are many tasks to accomplish within a short period of time, and then the manager can use the directing style. This will be appropriate because they don't have enough time to discuss about those tasks. Only the manager will provide the instructions to the workers about the tasks and how they are going to do those tasks. Let's move on to the second style, which is the getting style. The getting style refers to the assigning tasks to the employees and either individuals or group. And at this style, the employees have to ask the clarification about what they don't understand well. Its strength is that it builds the connections between the workers. This is when they get the task which rise on interactions. At this time, the employees can learn more about the interaction skills. Another strength of this style is that it gives the employees the ability to learn and develop skills. Let's move on to the weaknesses of this delegating style. Its weakness is that sometimes delegate a task to someone who don't have enough skills to perform the task, which can lead a company to the loss. This means that delegating does not eliminate accountability. Another weakness to delegating style is that it's when you delegate the task to someone who already have other tasks to work on, which can also lead to working on that delegated task in a badly manner. Let's move on to the scenario where delegating style can work on. Tom, who is the manager at M10 organization, has had many visitors in the organization, and then he didn't find the time to work on the tasks that he had. One is writing a report to the shareholders of the company, and another one is writing an email to his boss telling him how the works are going in the company. So at this time, Tom decided to delegate those tasks to someone else who is experiencing in communication, a person who has also has been working in a company within 3 years in the communication department. So because Tom believes that this person has an experience in communication also, he decided to delegate those tasks to that person so as to do it on his behalf. So let's move on to the discussing style. This is the style which promotes learning through the interactions. In this style, the manager asks the questions, and then the employees provide the relevant solutions through discussion. Here, the managers act as the facilitator in taking the final decision. Its strength is that, first of all, this discussion style, it's a two-way communication between the managers and the employees, and also it can be the multi-way communication because the employees can also discussing with the employees as well as the employees can discuss with the managers. The strength of this discussion style is that it helps the manager to organize the skills and also the critical thinking of the workers. And this goes with knowing the employees who are good at providing the creative ideas through how each employee is willing to provide ideas. Also, discussing style can help in decision making, and this is where all the employees and the manager sit together and then they take the decision together, based on the ideas provided by everyone. Let's see the weaknesses of this discussing style. Its weakness is that it can lead you to end up without taking the final decision, especially when you have a short period of time and then the employees are eager to provide different ideas. And this is because discussing takes a lot of time, hence everyone has the right to speak whatever or she wants. Another weakness is that the manager doesn't have the ability to take the decision alone, because there must be the influence of the influence of the ideas from the employees so as to take the final decision. A scenario where this discussing style can work, in engineering organization, there have been a crisis for just 2 months. This organization provided the services of renting the crops for doing wedding ceremonies, but within the last 2 months, they only received 3 customers, and the manager wants to discuss about this problem with the employees, not to know the cause and the of this crisis. And after that, the manager decides what they can do to have customers. They used to have them in the past. So discussing style will be appropriate because the employees and the manager will work together so to discuss about the steps that can be taken in order to resolve this crisis of lacking the customers. As a conclusion to this presentation, management has major functions which are planning, organizing, staffing, reading, and controlling. When all of those functions used well, they can lead you can lead the company to the success. Again, there are also the management styles, which are the 3, where the first one is directing, which goes with telling the employees what to do. Then the second one is discussing, which goes with asking questions and listen. Then delegating, which goes with empowering the employees. So thank you very much. If you want more details, you can also visit the links which I provided. Again, thank you so much.